Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Tufftonyant here, and I know, wow, I haven't done I've done videos like couple weeks ago, the predictions of the NFC playoff picture and the AFC playoff picture. I haven't done any wrestling videos for the last 2 months, quite simply because I got burnt out reviewing these things month to month and sitting through crap after crap after crap. But I figured since last night was Night of Champions, I decided that, hey, since it's a pay-per-view when I'm guaranteed title matches, instead of hoping for a title match, I give this one a listen to. I give this one a look. This one was in Boston, Massachusetts, home of John Cena, home of the most winningest state of professional sports of all time. Boston, Massachusetts have won combined more championships than any place in this hemisphere, anyway. A lot of championships have changed hands in Boston. A lot of champions have been crowned in Boston. We start off the night on a pre-show of the over-the-top rope battle royal, which I did not watch. The only thing that it was number one contendership for the U.S. Championship. Didn't watch it. All I know is Zack Ryder won. The first match on the card was a fatal four-way match for the Intercontinental Championship. Oh, hold on. Before I get to that, Jerry the King Lawler is doing much better. He's on this. He's going to be sent home today, back down to Memphis. JBL took over his commentary. The pop that went off for him was monumentous. So I love JBL as a commentator. He's in my top 10 of favorite WWE champions that I liked. I should do a video on that next. My top 10 favorite WWE champions. But it's going to be kind of hard. Actually, I should make it my top 10 WWE champions, which are not Hulk Hogan, Triple H, The Rock, and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Because everybody puts them on the list. I try to be a little bit different. JBL is actually closer to the top in my books. I really enjoyed him as a champion. You know, back when WWE used to be able to promote and make heel champions, he was one of probably the greats. I loved him as champion. Getting back to the matches, a fatal four-way match for the Intercontinental title. The Miz defends against Rey Mysterio, Sin Cara, and Cody Rhodes. This was a match that I'm surprised that Miz and Cody Rhodes managed to last as long as they did, off the simple fact that, wow, the damn Hurricane Ranas and head over, whatever the hell they call those things, all those different corkscrew head lace takeovers that Sin Cara and Rey Mysterio, I'm telling you, Miz and Cody Rhodes was probably dizzy this entire match. This match has actually worked very, very well for the participants involved. Again, like I complained before, Miz should be a guy who should have 3 world championships under his belt by now. But of course, WWE doesn't know how to book people or keep people in the limelight after a year. Sin Cara and Cody ended the match. Cody was trying to take the mask off of Sin Cara. Rey Mysterio got thrown out the ring more times than Rembrandt. I don't even know who the fuck Rembrandt was. But anyway, Cody Rhodes tried to take the mask off. Sin Cara tried to put the mask on Cody. He put the mask on the Miz. Miz almost got pinned. Cody broke it up. Sin Cara, I forget, but Miz ended up hitting, blindfolded, mind you, ended up hitting Miz with the skull-crushing finale for the win. That was a pretty decent match to start off. I think the Intercontinental Championship is being managed a lot better than what it used to be. Hopefully, they bring more prestige and more promise back to the mid-card championships like they need to do. I give the match maybe a 4. Next up is the WWE Tag Team titles. The most unlikely team of Daniel Bryan and Kane versus Kofi Kingston and R-Truth. I tell you, the things they have Kane and Daniel Bryan do are just freaking idiotic, to say the least. Like I said before, if I was in charge of booking when they had that triple threat match 4 months ago between Kane and CM Punk and Daniel Bryan, I would have had Kane walk away with the title and AJ just to put a little bit of edge on the storyline for the WWE title. As Lord knows, they haven't been doing anything that is even most likely get a reaction with the WWE Championship as of late. This was the stupidest match I've seen all night long, even though it's just a second. Off the simple fact that Daniel Bryan and Kane spent more time pulling each other off of opponents, blind tagging each other aggressively, hugging each other in the middle of the ring, arguing. The match was worked pretty well, except when Daniel Bryan, I think Kane blind tagged Daniel Bryan. He went to the top rope to do his top rope clothesline. Daniel Bryan pushed him off the top rope, and he landed on Kofi Kingston for the win. Then they went back and forth saying, I am the WWE Tag Team Champion. I am the WWE Tag Team Champion. And I'm glad that JBL and Michael Cole had the whole thing going. Like, how the hell are you a one-man tag team champion? Like, how can one man hold the tag team champions? And then I realized that, hey, TNA booked Kurt Angle to win every fucking championship. Yeah, that was great booking, having the one-man fucking tag team titles. You have these two idiots in anger management. Kofi Kingston probably was the sanest person in this match because freaking R-Truth has an imaginary friend, Little Jimmy, and I don't even want to fucking talk about that. I don't even want to fucking talk about that. The United States Championship match was next. Claudio Castagnoli versus Zack Ryder. Yeah, I know his name is Antonio Cesaro, but if you didn't see him wrestle as Claudio Castagnoli, you are really missing out on a quite entertaining in-ring performer who really knows how to get down in the ring. Claudio was showing all of his strength, all of his in-ring catch-can, British style, European style of wrestling, which is personally my personal favorite style of wrestling. That European style. I love the cutthroat European style of wrestling, and I really enjoyed watching this guy. My neighbors are closing doors downstairs. How he threw Zack Ryder up in the air and hit him with a European uppercut. That was awesome. It was a distraction by that chick he comes down to the ring with into another European uppercut onto Zack Ryder. Into his what's he call this move? The Executioner, or whatever the hell he calls it. I actually wrote it down, but I scribbled it, so I don't know what the hell I wrote down. But it was a pretty decent match. It kind of looks like a cradle pile driver. It's like a reverse cradle pile driver that Jerry Lynn would use, but except it's a face first slam. And that match was pretty good. I mean, I wasn't expecting much, but it kept me entertained. All the matches on the card was actually pretty interesting to watch, I must say. Next up is Dolph Ziggler and Randy Orton. A match that means absolutely nothing. But anyway, this match was actually pretty good. I mean, JBL went on and on about Dolph Ziggler being the winner in wrestling, the all-time winner in wrestling at Kent University. Randy Orton can have pretty good matches when he's in the ring against guys that can actually wrestle, because he wrestled a pretty good match. Ziggler wrestled a very damn good match. I know they was talking about how Cowboy Bob Orton was, this is probably too old of something for the current WWE fan base, but back in the 80s, Bob Orton, Randy Orton's father, was nursing he had his arm in a cast for like the majority of a year, but he managed to, still beat people and, one of those fake injuries. And then it reminded me of the time when Randy Orton had his arm in a sling for almost a year and managed to hit people with RKOs every single night. Like father, like son. But this is the thing. Randy Orton managed to win the match. He hit Dolph Ziggler with a DDT on the outside of the ring. They went back and forth with counter moves into a sky-high RKO. And Randy Orton for the victory. The thing about this what really disappointed me is that the fact that you're trying to groom Dolph Ziggler to be the next world champion. I think this should have been a match that Dolph Ziggler really should have won, even though they both have victories over each other. To get Dolph Ziggler over, this should have definitely been a match that Dolph Ziggler should have won. I'm pretty sure Dolph Ziggler would be another flash in the pan world champion that doesn't be taken seriously, who's not promoted, who has this little gleam of sunshine, and then they take the belt off of him, and then he never rises to the occasion ever again. But if you're trying to groom him as champion, having him lose to Randy Orton is not it. I mean, you really could have fucking done better at that. Seriously. You had Divas Championship, Eve versus Layla. It was supposed to be, what's her name, Crystal or Caitlyn, whatever the fuck her name is. Caitlyn, I think. was supposedly attacked backstage and she sprained her ankle or whatever. I'm pretty sure it was an inside job by the corruptive assistant, Eve Torres, who's been corrupted for a very, very long time. It was some showmanship in there. Layla was taking it easy on her, but next thing you know, Eve fucking started targeting the ribs. She started acting like a heel wrestler. She just beat the fucking snot out of Layla in this match for the win. And Eve Torres beat her with that Goldberg-like neck breaker. And Eve Torres for the win the Divas Championship for the second or third time. I lose count because I really don't keep track of the Divas Championship all like that. The World Championship match between Alberto Del Rio and Sheamus for the third or fourth time. I've lost count with that one too. Hopefully this is the last time we have to see it. They was talking about illegally banning the bro kick and all that kind of stuff. Booker T came out and reinstated the bro kick after saying, when you sign up to be a WWE superstar, there are hazards. You can get hurt. So with that being said, he reinstated the bro kick. I mean, as much as I hate seeing the same two guys go at it over and over again, Alberto Del Rio and Sheamus actually worked very well. Sheamus seems like he's going to be the fighting champion. He's taking a page out of John Cena's book, getting his ass kicked the entire match and still managed to triumph over everything that is done to him. Alberto Del Rio countered the Brogue Kick twice into submission maneuvers. He kicked out a White Noise. Well, he didn't even go for a cover after White Noise. Alberto Del Rio was targeting Sheamus' arm the whole match. They worked it pretty well. Sheamus managed to get the Brogue Kick out after Alberto Del Rio took the turnbuckle cover off and tried to go for a flying kick, and Sheamus ducked it and hit him with a Brogue Kick for a 1, 2, 3. So far, I would have to say, so far on the card, that match was probably just as good as Sheamus and Dolph Ziggler. I think it was probably this much better. If Ziggler and Orton was a 3.5, 4 stars, this one was a 4.5. You know, that one was pretty good. Then we go to the WWE Championship match in the hometown of Boston, Massachusetts, of John Cena. CM Punk versus John Cena. I'm going on and on saying that, you know, John Cena probably a win since this is his hometown. CM Punk has been champion for 302 days. He has the longest reigning title reign since 2006, when John Cena was enjoying his third title reign, which lasted 380 days before being stripped of the title, and Triple H had to compete 3 times in one night, and Randy Orton managed to win the title then. In 1990, John Cena has the longest title reign since 1995. Actually, John Cena has the longest title reign for a very, very long time. Diesel in 1995 was the longest reigning title reign, besides, you know, the Bruno Sammartino for thousands of days at 358 days, and John Cena beat that one out. This match was pretty intense, to say the least. They were very, very, very aggressive, hitting finishing maneuver after finishing maneuver. He kicked out of GTSs, kicks out of our Attitude Adjustment, STFs into... he had a 5-knuckle shuffle into a Anaconda Vice. Cena countered it to a STF. CM Punk countered it into a Crippler crossface. I know they can't say Crippler on to set because of Benoit, but this is my own video and I can say whatever the hell I want, so I'm going to say Crippler crossface. CM Punk even resorted to hitting Cena with a rock bottom in this match. And then going back and forth with kick out after kick out, John Cena managed to hit CM Punk with a top rope German suplex. I mean, fucking Paul Heyman was on the outside sweating bullets. He wasn't very vocal. I mean, he didn't do anything to help CM Punk cheat, you know, so that was a good thing. He was just a spectator. Then both of their shoulders was on the mat. So at first they said John Cena won the match, and then they realized that both of their shoulders were on the mat. So CM Punk won due to a draw. As a paying customer, I would have been disappointed because CM Punk, WWE and TNA do this a lot. They want to make people pay $59.99 plus tax or $49.99. I don't know how much TNA pay-per-view is because I have not watched a single episode of TNA Impact since Jeff Hardy won the championship and he turned it into the Immortal title. I know that was a long time. I've watched their pay-per-view since then, but I haven't watched the TNA pay-per-view in almost a year. And I'm not planning on watching a single episode of Impact or a single episode or a single one of their pay-per-views for a very, very long time. I know people are saying that the product has gotten better. I'm just not fucking interested. I can only take one shitty promotion at a time. And of course, WWE takes precedence. So I have to pick one. I have to pick WWE. I'm sorry. But if I paid to see this, and I paid $300 tickets for a pay-per-view, I want to see this thing end. Normally at independent wrestling shows, they would have restarted this match. I would have been disappointed in this fucking finish. The match would have got a 4 if they would have let the match finish. But I'm not even raking it. I don't even rate matches. It was a damn decent ass match. It was a match to write home about. You would have been excited to see this match, but they fucked it up on a fucking ending. This has been WWE's much better pay-per-views. I don't know how good SummerSlam was because I didn't watch it. But besides the whole, having Dolph Ziggler job out again and that crazy fucking tag match, this pay-per-view was pretty good. I'd give it a solid 8. Actually, I'll give it a solid 8.5. I mean, for taking, maybe because I'm being a little bit generous because I didn't have to watch the last 2 pay-per-views, so I'm actually rejuvenated. I'll give it an 8.5. This was actually a pay-per-view. If you was going to pick one all year, this would probably be a good one to watch. I think it'd probably be a lot better than Survivor Series. That's for damn sure. I was thinking about doing a week-to-week videos on the NFL, but I can't commit to 16 weeks of video a week. So I decided to do it every 4 weeks in quarters, 4 quarters of football. Quarter 1 would be my review of all the teams. I may do some videos in between then and now. Now and then, but it'll be pretty much me talking about every team's performance during the first 4 weeks of the NFL. This is Tough Tony signing off. Have a nice day. 4 horsemen symbol. I used to do this, but 4 horsemen symbol at the end of all my videos.